Hi, everyone. My name is Ingrid Lecoultre. I'm speaking to you from HAN University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the exchange programs and short courses we offer. But I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about the Netherlands. We're a tiny country. We're the little red dot here in Western Europe. Just to give you an idea of how small we are, you can drive from north to south in about 3.5 to 4 hours, and from east to west in only 2.5 to 3 hours. So we're a very small country, and we're quite densely populated. We have 18 million inhabitants. We're also a very low country, so we have a lot of our land is reclaimed, and we are protected by dikes. So about a quarter of the country is below sea level. Because we're a small country, our public transport system works really well, so it's very easy to get around. You don't even need a car. You either bike or take public transport. We're also considered the gateway to Europe because we're right on the eastern border of Europe. We have a large port called Rotterdam. We're the largest port in Europe. And then we also have a very large airport where a lot of freight is transported to the rest of Europe. Dutch society, this is our royal family. So we have a king and queen, and they are referred to, they are called the House of Orange, even though our flag is red, white, and blue. The royal family is the House of Orange. Because we're such a small country, we are very internationally oriented. So trade is our main industry. And also because we are so small, we also are very fluent in foreign languages such as English and French. Those are the most commonly, and German, of course, spoken languages in the Netherlands. So if you come to the Netherlands, you don't have to worry about not being understood because everyone can speak enough English to be able to help you. As I mentioned, we're quite a flat country, so the bike is very popular. I think there are more bicycles than people in our country. And it's very safe to cycle because we have cycle tracks everywhere. Also, because we're a small country, we love to travel, and it's very easy to travel to other parts of Europe from the Netherlands. For example, Paris is only about 3 hours by train, and London and Berlin 5 to 6 hours. Right, this is a picture of our campus in Arnhem. So we are HAN University of Applied Sciences, and we have 2 campuses. The one is in Arnhem, and the other campus is in Nijmegen, which is about 20 minutes drive further south. We have 4 disciplines: business management and law, education, engineering, and health and social studies. And we teach around 34,000 students on both campuses. I'm actually from the International School of Business, and the agreement that we have with your university is with mainly within business. So our school is situated on our campus in Arnhem. So here you can see a map of the Netherlands, and Arnhem is right on the German border. So west of us is Germany and south of us is Belgium. We're only about an hour from Amsterdam, which is over there. And we're a sort of medium-sized city compared to other cities in the Netherlands. We have about 150,000 inhabitants, of which about 10,000 are students, because we have more than one university in the city. If any of you are familiar with World War II, Arnhem played a role towards the end of the war in an operation called Market Garden with the Allied forces. And if you're interested, there is a movie that was made on this battle, and it's called A Bridge Too Far. So that gives you an idea of the Netherlands during the war. These are just some photographs of Arnhem. We have a car-free zone where you can go shopping. We're on the River Rhine, which runs into the Netherlands from Germany and all the way to the coast. As you can see, we have a lot of bicycles, and the city centre is very. We have a lot of bars and restaurants, which is students usually spend a lot of their time off campus because our campus is not so large, and there's plenty to do in the city centre. Now we made a film a few years ago with an exchange student. He was from Peru. So if you're interested in watching the video, it's on YouTube. So if you just type in 5 reasons to go on exchange in the Netherlands, you'll get to the video, and it'll show you a little bit of Arnhem, our campus, and also a little bit of the accommodation where the students live. Right, as I mentioned, it's quite easy to get everywhere by public transport. So the main airport is Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, and to get to Arnhem, you just take the train from the airport. There's a station at the airport. These are some of the facilities on our campus. We don't have a huge campus. It's typically Dutch not to have huge campuses because we're quite a small country. We don't have the space, but we do have all the necessary facilities for you on campus. We don't play any sports on campus, but there is a sports association in Arnhem where you can you buy a discount card and you can play all sorts of sports. We also have we call it the International School of Business Community, and they also organize all sorts of sporting activities and other activities for students. We always have an orientation before the start of lectures, and then we also have some buddies that help you out to explain things, show you around. Our education is, because we're a University of Applied Sciences, we have our education system works with small classes, so you have very small interactive lectures in smaller groups, 25 to 30 students per class. And we also have a lot of projects and group work during our lectures. That way you also learn to work with other cultures. The contact with our lecturers is relatively informal. So we don't have a very strong hierarchy in the Netherlands. We're quite an informal culture. Okay, and then we also have an academic coordinator for the exchange programs, and if you have any special needs, then we have those facilities as well. Right. These are our exchange programs. So we have semester exchange programs within the International School of Business, and you can either come for 1 or for 2 semesters. Our first semester starts at the beginning of September or the end of August and lasts until usually the 3rd week of January. And the second semester starts the beginning of February and ends at the end of June, beginning of July. We also offer a winter and a summer school. They are usually 3 weeks. So the winter school is the first 3 weeks of January, and the summer school is usually from the last week of June and the first 2 weeks of July. We have 3 courses that we offer, short courses. The one is European Culture, Business and Entrepreneurship. The other one is Supply Chain Management, and we have a new course which is called Data-Driven Decision Making, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those later on. To start with, this is our exchange program. So this is if you were to study with us for a whole semester, you would follow these courses. We work with European Credit Transfer System, which is ECTS, and a normal study load will be 30 ECTS, which is about 15 US credits. You can take less if your university allows you to. So it's not compulsory to take the full study load, but we do advise you to take at least 3 courses. We also have, so these are, we call this design your own program. So you can choose any of these courses to make up your semester program. But we also have 2 degrees that we teach in English, which is one of them is communication and the other one is international business. So if you wish to take courses within those degree programs, that's also possible. The only limitation is that you are required to take all your courses from one particular semester and one particular level. So it's very, very difficult to mix and match. We have, because of our project-based education, it's very difficult to match the schedules so that you can take different subjects. So there will often be schedule clashes. So we always advise, if you want to take courses within one of the bachelor degrees, to only take courses from one particular semester and one particular level. Then we have 3 other programs which are full semester programs as well. The one is Asian Studies, doing business in China. This also includes a business trip to China. Obviously, at the moment, this is not happening, but they have an alternative for that. And there's also Latin American Business Studies, which also includes a study trip to Latin America. And then we have a new program, which is similar to the short course. This is a full semester program, and it's also data-driven decision-making in business. So you're welcome to choose any of these programs. Right, if you come for a whole semester, we have student accommodation, so you're guaranteed of a room. It's quite difficult to find your own accommodation in the Netherlands, but we have an agreement with a housing agency, and we guarantee rooms to our exchange students. It's all self-catering, so you cook your own meals. We don't have any meal plans, and the apartments are shared. So this is a photograph of the apartment building. So you would be staying in an apartment with 2 or 3 other students. You'd have your own bedroom, and you would share a kitchen and a bathroom and a communal area with all exchange students. So you would be living with other international students. The accommodation is in the city centre. So it's within walking distance of the city centre and also of the bus and train station. And students either buy a cheap bicycle and cycle to campus, which is about 15 minutes, or you can take a bus or a train. Train is about 5 minutes and the bus is about 15 minutes. These are just some photographs of the accommodation. So this is the apartment building, and this is the bedroom, the bathroom, and the communal area with the kitchen. We have an international student association who organizes all sorts of events like guest speakers, trips to other parts of Europe or other parts of the Netherlands. They organize social events, and they also organize a gala at the end of each semester. So in the summer, they have a boat gala on the river, and in the winter, it's in a different location. As I mentioned, most of our student social life takes place off campus. So they're in the bars and restaurants in the city centre. So parties that are organised for students by the Student Association, they are organised in the city centre. Right, that was the semester exchange. We also have the summer school and the winter school. We work with small groups, so the maximum number of students that we normally allow into these programs is 25 to 30. It's very interactive, a lot of group work, small groups, and personal coaching. And these are the dates. Now, with the COVID pandemic, we have decided not to offer these programs on campus because of all the travel restrictions, and we don't know what's going to happen this summer. So we will be offering 2 of our programs entirely online, and instead of 3 weeks, we've shortened them to 2 weeks. So the programs will start on the 21st of June, and they will be finished by the 2nd of July. We are hoping to be able to offer a winter course in January, but this may not be suitable for you, as it may clash with your academic calendar. But obviously, if you're interested, we are planning, we are hoping to be able to offer it next January. The total number of credits is around 4 ECTS, 4 European credits, and the total workload is 100 hours. So you'd be doing about 25 hours of self-study, and the rest would be contact hours. This is the program that we're not offering this year, the European Culture, Business and Entrepreneurship, because it's not suitable to online. It's not suitable as an online program because it involves a lot of personal attention, coaching, group dynamics. But we are hoping to offer it again in the winter of 2022. So the program consists of part business lectures, part European culture, so Dutch culture and other European cultures, and also some group dynamics. So there's a lot of coaching, personal branding, communication skills, presentation skills, etc. And throughout the program, there are company visits. So the information that you learn, the knowledge that you gain during the lectures, you can actually also physically view at the company during the company visits. And then throughout the whole program, or you do a research program, which is called the Quest. And then you also make use of all the knowledge that you've gained. Right, then we have 2 programs that we will be offering entirely online. The one is supply chain management. I think it speaks for itself. These will be synchronous lectures offered from Monday to Friday, so from the 21st of June to the 2nd of July, and they'll be offered from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. European time, Central European time. So that would be that will probably be the most suitable for you because you are behind us in time. So these are the kind of subjects you can expect, and there's also a case study that you would do in groups called Samsonic. So it's a fictitious company that you have to redesign their Western European supply chain. The second one that we're offering, the second course we're offering entirely online, is called Data-Driven Decision Making in Marketing. So it teaches you how to use smart data to enhance organizational performance in businesses. And you'll get an overview of the most common techniques used in data science and how to connect the technical expertise of data scientists to a specific business expertise. And this course we're focusing on marketing and sales. For the summer and winter courses, we use a different accommodation because our student accommodation is not available at that time because we still have semester students living there. So if you do get to come to the Netherlands, this is where you'd be staying. So either in a bed and breakfast or in a youth hostel in Arnhem. The courses are full-time, but on weekends you get to either visit other parts of the Netherlands or other parts of Europe. I've just got some idea of what the costs would be. So if you came for a full semester, you would have to budget on about $1,200 per month. And for the winter and summer schools, we have an all-inclusive fee. So which includes accommodation. The only thing it doesn't include are meals, but it includes everything else, also transport to and from campus. The total would be for the summer or winter school on location would be about $2,400. But for the summer school, the online summer school that we're holding this June, the costs would only be $182. Okay, so if you are interested in looking up more information, you can go to our website. So that's hununiversity.com. Then just click on programs, and then you can select exchange programs or short courses, and then just type in the name of the exchange program or the short course. My name is Ingrid Lecoultre. You can also contact me on this email address. And as I mentioned, we have a YouTube. We actually have 2 YouTube films that you can look up to give you an idea of what our campus looks like and the accommodation and Arnhem. So the one is 5 reasons to go on exchange in the Netherlands, and the other one is a specific tour of our building, the International School of Business campus tour. We also have some Facebook pages that you can connect with, and obviously Instagram as well. So there's plenty of information to go around. Okay, that was the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me.